Today in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to stop scrolling. This will in turn get back time that you didn't have before. You'll notice that your days are fuller and you have more time to do the things that you wanted and to, most importantly, be successful. I implemented these strategies long before today in high school, mainly about during quarantine. I noticed that I had so much of this free time once all the classes were online. And usually I would just find myself scrolling on TikTok because this was like the peak era of TikTok. So I found myself scrolling, but I wasn't getting anything done. I realized that I was wasting a lot of my time scrolling on Instagram. And I'm glad that I found out these strategies because it allowed me to get out of this trap of, oh, let me scroll on social media for hours. I've lowered my screen time from 5 hours, 6 hours to now only 2 hours. And those 2 hours are mainly spent on YouTube trying to create new videos for you guys and miscellaneous stuff. So, these tactics that I'm about to show you are going to help you. And in turn, you will gain success and knowledge that you didn't have before. So, let me get started with the first tip. So the first tip I want you to understand is you need to have stuff to do throughout your day. The main reason why I was scrolling on Instagram and TikTok throughout quarantine was basically there was nothing to do. I was sitting in front of my computer, really no authority figure there to say, oh, hey, get off your phone. Notice how in school, you're probably on your phone less than you are at home. It's because you're actively doing something. You're at school to learn, and that is taking some of your attention. So let's say instead of going straight home and just sitting around, maybe I have the option to do my homework, but of course, homework's not really fun. Homework's not really a stimulating activity. So instead, what you want to do is, let's say, do a sport. I know that's like a cliche thing to suggest, but honestly, do a sport. Because anything, honestly, I'm telling you this, anything is better than scrolling on Instagram. Like, I'd honestly say like playing video games is honestly better, but no. Video games is also like a waste of time, but it's more stimulating, so I guess it's better, but that's not what you want to be doing with your time. You want to be doing something very valuable. So I'd say play outside, do a sport, hang out with friends, do something that isn't in the bounds of your house, because your mind has already associated the house with chilling out and relaxing. So in those situations, you're more likely to use your phone. Here's another tip. Make your phone less accessible. What do I mean by this? So let's say you've adopted this habit of going to play a sport. Instead of having your phone with you all the time, maybe place it in your bag where you have to unzip your bag, dig through it to get your phone. Maybe if you're at home and you don't want to use your phone at home, you can't do like a sport or play outside or hang out with your friends, place your phone away from you. Don't pay any mind to it, because I promise you there's not someone that's going to call you. You don't have any important things to do on your phone, trust me, just put it somewhere else. Put it maybe in a drawer. So if you wanted to use your phone, you would make an active decision in your mind to use it. And it'll kind of make you feel bad saying, oh, I like stopped what I was doing before and now I'm just scrolling on my phone doing jack shit. So you will be holding yourself accountable, which is the next rule. Hold yourself accountable. Every time you go on your phone, attach something negative to it. So let's say I make a rule for myself. Every time I go on my phone, I do 10 push-ups. Every time I notice it, I'm scrolling, and then I'm like, oh, shoot, I'm on my phone. Let me do 10 push-ups or 10 pull-ups. I did that. I did that during these past few summer breaks, and yeah, I would like average like 200 pull-ups a day, and I have like a huge back. So I'm jacked now because of that rule, believe it or not. But set yourself a rule. Maybe drink 2 water bottles full of water every time you use your phone, because I know drinking water is grueling. Set a rule for yourself that'll deter you from using your phone, and I promise you, it'll slowly start conditioning your brain that using your phone is a bad thing. Every time I go on my phone, I still have Instagram, but I don't use it. It brings no enjoyment, even though sometimes I'll come across a pretty funny reel. But attach this negative reinforcement to it, and I promise you, you will never use your phone again. I read this book called Atomic Habits. You probably heard of it. And I've gotten this information from this book. And that book has helped me to stop many bad habits and start new ones. And I hope you guys do the same.